G'day legends, today's episode is a wild one. We wake up deep in Parachilna Gorge, rain falling softly around us. But that doesn't stop the adventure. We hike high above the clouds and take in some of the most unreal views of the Flinders Ranges. The kind of views that make you forget the rest of the world even exists. From there we hit the road in search of the perfect free camp. And we find it, warm temps, no wind, and a spot that feels like it was made for moments just like this. But things don't quite go to plan. The weather turns and we change course, leading us to climb up the Great Wall of China. And even in the rain, the views from the top are absolutely next level. This is the kind of day that reminds us why we travel, why we chase these places. So let's dive in and see why this just might be one of the best free camps in the entire Flinders Ranges. G'day and welcome to Parachilna Gorge in the Flinders Ranges, and we could not ask for a better day today. My plans have completely changed. My idea was to head out of Parachilna today, but these low-lying clouds, I am a sucker for low-lying clouds. We've had about 5 to 6 mils of rain this morning. I was getting a little bit worried that I had to pack the van up and just shoot out of here because I would not make it out of this gorge if it rained heavily, because I got a front wheel drive and it would definitely turn to a lot of slosh. But my plan now is to hike up to a mountain called Mount Mary to overlook this beautiful vista. I've got a real short period right now with no rain, but the best thing about rain in the outback is it washes away all the shit off the mountains, off the trees in front of me, and it brings this beautiful smell. So I want to get up as high as I possibly can and look over this grand vista that's clean and refurbished for me to explore. It's going to be a good one because Parachilna Gorge and the Flinders Ranges right now looks absolutely bliss. We have made it to the top, and bloody Nora, it has not disappointed. As always, you get to the top and you realise you've taken the hard route to get up here. That way is much easier to get up, so it'd be easier to get down, but that absolutely stinks. I can't wait till a smell-o-vision's created because it almost smells like a dead animal up here. No, it's actually not. Oh no, it's just shit, pretty much. It is covered in goat shit up here. But take a look at this, how beautiful this location is. Man, this is a seriously incredible place. Not this particular location, but the whole Parachilna Gorge. I haven't been here for a very long time and it is stunning. And I don't think as a young tacker I would have appreciated how beautiful this is, but mountains on mountains. It would be the greenest I've seen the Flinders Ranges, and I've still got sort of the Flinders to get into more and more. I'm not sure if we head further south it will get greener, but generally it would get greener. And you're probably thinking it's not that green, and it's not, but we're in the outback. It's desolate land here. It's normally bone dry. And looking down into the valleys, you've got not just rain, but all those clean green trees are just popping out. Got goats floating around there trying to eat everything because everything's just blossoming right now. It is beautiful, incredibly beautiful, but there's one major problem with Parachilna Gorge. I'm finding it so hard to leave. My plan tonight was to leave. Actually, my plan 2 days ago was to leave. But I had 2 days chilling out, one of work and one of just sort of doing nothing and appreciating van life. And I thought, all right, I need to get going today. And the biggest issue I've got is I'm running out of power in my van. So I actually have to charge by driving because right now I'm getting diddly squat. Out of my solar, that is. Oh, but Parachilna Gorge, put it on your list. Free camps that are out of this world. Hikes that you can get that have viewpoints just like this, and honestly this is what I dream of, just sitting down, having something to eat, looking at views like this. This is bloody spectacular. Flinders Ranges, tick one off. Alrighty, it is time to start heading down. As any good storyline, everything must come to an end, but it's hilarious. I was just standing here trying to work out where I was camped for the last couple of nights, and it is literally just there. It's about 2 mountain ranges over. This is 32 kilometers, I think, east to west, and I've come in from Parachilna side, which was on last week's video, and I camped there for 3 nights. I think that's about 10 kilometers in. I thought I was heaps further in. I'll have a look when I get down to the car. I'm basically that Angarichna village or something it's called. But a lot of vehicles that are coming in from the eastern side are covered in mud. And it looked like this morning when I was coming over sort of this little ridge line, that a lot more rain was happening that side. I know I'll make it out, but I just don't want to trash the vehicle. But I really need to get back down. I want to stay not here, but somewhere around here tonight. But I need to have around 70% of my battery capacity to be able to stay an extra night because I won't get any more charge into it, knowing I'll do a bit of a drive tomorrow. That's the issue of one of the videos I had a long time ago. My battery's stuffed up, bloody Renogy, and over the Christmas break it's time to buy a new battery so I can stay places for longer and enjoy the zen moments like Parachilna Gorge. Let's head down to the vehicle and pray we've got about 60% in our battery. Please. Right, we are back and I've only got 52% in my battery. So what I'm going to do is I'm getting decent solar now, but there's another bit of cloud bank coming in, so I don't think this would last long, but I'm getting 15 amps of solar. Start the car, got another 30 amps, so 45 amps pumping in for, I don't know, an hour. Maybe, yeah. I hate this. I hate making decisions based around electricity. That's just part and parcel of living in the van. So what I think I might do now is, the van is an absolute bloody mess, which is crazy because I deep cleaned it 2 days ago, but that's just part and parcel of rain in the outback. I think I might start the car, that'll take me 10-15 minutes, clean the van up, drive and see how long it takes me to get where I get and make a decision based on that. But I really need more battery capacity. It's stuffed me up with this battery stuffing up a couple of weeks ago. But hey, who cares? We're out in beautiful places, and if I have to sit around tonight and read a book, I'll sit around and read a bloody book. How good. Right, let's get it cleaning. Mate, how good's the old girl? That last probably 15 Ks, it rained a shit ton more, absolute shit ton more. It was still fine to drive. I checked the outback road conditions and it was open. There was probably sections there that were a bit hairy to get out of, just because, you know, I'm carrying a bit of weight, front wheel drive, so anything uphill where it's boggy and sloshy. But the all-terrain tyres, perfect, got me up there, and luckily they're only short sections. The great thing is now I've made a decision what I want to do, which is big for me. I am pretty much sitting here because the camp that I found is a little bit shaded. And what I'm trying to do is just sit here probably for the next hour. I'm going to do some emails and that sort of stuff to get some solar in. So life of a van lifer, I'm at 68% now, so I'm pretty happy that I'll break even all the way through until tomorrow morning when I leave around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Then the drive tomorrow, I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm not chasing power a little bit, but tomorrow, pretty much all day until the afternoon looks good. So I reckon tomorrow morning, mid-morning, I'll be back up to 100% with my battery capacity. So I think for now, I might just take it pretty easy to Savo. I need to cook some good dinner, and that's going to get me through the next couple of nights because I want to do some hiking over the next sort of 2 or 3 nights. So if I can get some dinners put away in the fridge, that'll be Mickey Mouse. And you wouldn't believe that this is the same location, well, I mean 10 Ks further north, but when you're driving through to the eastern side, it does get less sort of rocky mountains, but the greenery here is beyond words. That hill back there looks like I'm back in Melrose, you know, it's just, you can almost put a crop on there, it's so good. I've never seen this far in the Flinders this green before. So I'm assuming later on tonight there'll be plenty of roos around and all that sort of stuff, but it is a beautiful afternoon. The flies aren't picking me face off. The temperature's probably about 24, 25 degrees, and there's little breezes coming through every now and then, but it really has turned into a completely different day than what we had this morning. It's great. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. It's great to have these different conditions up here. So, all right, I'm gonna sit around for a little while and then I'll see you guys at camp and we'll do a bit of a cook up, I reckon. Alright, we made it. 72% on the battery. I feel $1,000,000 now. I need to wash my face and wash my hair. Looks like there might be another rain cloud coming in, but doesn't look too threatening. I'm just having a look now. Yeah, there is a slight chance of rain this afternoon, but not a lot. And then tomorrow's 50% chance of less than 1 mil. Then next couple of days it's nothing. But the weekend it comes back down again. So I think we have made it through. And I was going to go for a hike tonight. I possibly still could go for a hike tonight. I'm not really sure. I did get a message from my friend that he wants to have a chat, so we might have a chat tonight. So I'm thinking, rather than doing a bit of a big cook up, I might just do, a good healthy meal of eggs and avocado and hummus and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, just sort of relax again for the night and recharge the batteries, because tonight it's just beautiful. The temperature now is bloody gorgeous. The flies aren't around. It's the nights that you really want when you're away camping. So the last 3 days I haven't had this. You've sort of been locked inside your camper van to, one day of wind, one day of heat, one day of the rain, which isn't bad. Like, I don't mind spending time in the van getting some work done. But when it's like this, you don't want to do anything apart from be outside. And I'm the only one at the campsite. It is not so good of a campsite as well. It's free, so it's perfect, but it's very hard to get level. I reckon this is the only place that I could get into being level, for the main reason being there's a lot of trees that overhang. So if you are bringing like a caravan or something through, this is the last one going east, just outside of an Aboriginal community called Wadner, I think it's called. So bringing a van in here would be pretty difficult, but there's two outside there. And also a little bit further on, there's a bay that you can just pull over on the side of the road and camp there. This is only probably 50 metres away from the I'm going to say main road, but the only road through Parachilna Gorge as well. So there's some things tonight. But if you're coming through in a four-wheel drive, I noticed today it's a playground. There's so much to go and see and do and everything that I can't get to in this beast. So if you had a four-wheel drive, you could literally spend days and days here. I generally think you need a minimum of 2 nights, because it's free camping. And the camping's ridiculous, like, especially on the western side. It's bloody gorgeous, no pun intended. But to spend 2 nights there in the same location, especially if you've got a caravan as well, just unhitch the caravan. I was camping next to those people the other day, and they were there for 8 days already, and they were going to spend another couple of days there, because you do all your trips into the national park from there. But for me, I've got everything in my home, so I want to basically go and spend sort of 2 days at one location, 3 days at another location, whatever it may be. But it's a playground up here. It's bloody beautiful. If you've got a four-wheel drive, get your ass up here and get a couple of mates and go bonkers. There's a four-wheel drive track called the Glass Gorge. It's closed right now, I think because I had massive storms come through. I believe it must have flooded through there. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I can gather. But mate, this is what paradise looks like. Unreal. Good morning. Yes, this is the morning. Like I said, we wake up to clear skies and we can go exploring a little bit more in Parachilna Gorge. But obviously, the forecast has completely changed. It's been raining on and off all morning. There's a little bit more rain to come, and a little bit more rain could shut this road down for maybe a 2-wheel drive and quite a heavy vehicle. And although it wouldn't bother me to be stuck in Parachilna Gorge because it's incredibly beautiful, there's still so much more that I want to see. That's the plan now, about 7 or 8 k's outside of Blindman. So we're going to head in there and start heading south towards National Park and see what we can explore. And if it's anything like Parachilna Gorge, we're in for an absolute epic one. But it's so nice to have friends that understand your lifestyle. It can be quite lonely sometimes traveling by yourself. I do pretty well most of the time. 6 out of 7 days of the week, I'm bloody happy as a pig in shit. That one day it'd be nice just to sit down and have a coffee with one of your mates. And last night to be sitting there for 4 hours of the full beaming bright moon, it's something different. It hits differently in the outback of full moon. To talk to one of your good mates for 4 or 5 hours before bed just is so bloody good. So it's put me in a bit of a perkier mood today. And the plan now, head to Blindman and start seeing what else this beautiful place in this world can offer us. We've arrived at the Great Wall of China in outback South Australia. That seemed crazy in my head, but when I say it out loud, it might even be more stupid. One is a man-made phenomenon, which is incredible to see, and one is just a bit of geology that's sort of sprouted up over the years. Still, it's incredible to see, but my plans, the Savo, have completely changed. You guys don't see me sitting in the van for 4 or 5 hours this morning because honestly, it makes pretty boring content, which I completely understand. But the rain has just sort of come through, enough that frustrates you. It doesn't get you soaking wet, but you can't get out and go for a bit of a hike or explore. And that's just part of van life and travel. I completely understand you can't control that weather. What you can control is what you do around it. So this is where things are changing a little bit. I wanted to head south the Savo and go into the national park, but the further south I go, the more rain it's actually occurring, and especially later on in the day. So that's changed my plans to, I think I'm gonna stay around the Blindman area tonight, get up early tomorrow morning and head into the national park because it's $16 to enter and $26.90 or something to enter and camp. And one for the next sort of 4 or 5 days there, I probably can't get back into Parachilna because I believe the Savo, if not tomorrow morning, that gorge road will be closed to two-wheel drive, which I totally respect. You don't want vehicles driving through there, especially like mine, heavier vehicle. Reckon the road costs a shit ton of money for the council to go out and grate that, so I completely understand. But you can probably tell I'm not really sure what I want to do with my time right now because it does, as I said, throw a bit of a spanner in the works. So I think for now, we head to the top of the Great Wall of China, chill out. There's a little bit of a window coming where the rain is hopefully going to ease off for a little bit. It has just started raining again, which we can get an hour up there, and then this afternoon, sort of 3, 4, 5 o'clock, it's meant to be raining a little bit heavier like it was this morning. So completely changed the conditions. And I know the outback needs the rain, which is totally fine. And it's nice just to chill out and have a bit of rain floating around, but it does throw a curveball into my plans. But I think next 4 or 5 days, head into the national park. And for now, we just make the most of what we've got. And that is the outback South Australian Great Wall of China. Let's get up there. All right, I might not have sounded that keen about this location down on ground level, but once you're up here, this is one of the many things I've done on this trip that I personally believe you have to hike up here to get the true perspective of how cool this place is. The views are second, the structure and geology up here is first. It is mind-boggling cool. And I must say, I've done a lot of cool shit on this trip and around the world, but this is up there with something that you have to come up to understand, appreciate the whole landscape. So what I'm trying to basically say is get up here. It is insane. It is so beautiful. And unfortunately, once again, I can see a rain cloud coming in from the northwestern side, and Wapina is getting pissed down right now. But I'm so glad I come up here. There's baby hawks just sitting there mucking around. There's a watering can back there that you have to go up to from that side. It is a bit of a steep walk, but it is worth it. It is bloody worth it. It is so cool up here. Guys, get up here and experience how cool these locations are, just like I am right now. We're back down on the ground and we are back at the old campsite in Parachilna Gorge. And yeah, I did say that I would not come back to Parachilna Gorge because it could be closed. Well, what happens when I come back down to the van, a 4B pulled up and a gentleman got out and said like, oh, it's not too bad. I said, mate, honestly, it is a shit ton better once you get to the top. So I feel as if this video already has ticked a box to say it is worth me creating it because he hiked to the top and it is epic. He's going to love it. I've got no doubt about that. And secondly, he passed on some knowledge to me that he spent all day exploring Parachilna Gorge and he had not had any rain. So even though I was about 15 kilometers south of Parachilna Gorge, it didn't get any rain through here. And I must admit, coming back through, it is already drier on the road. So the plan, I've made an executive decision that camp here tonight, I had to drive back anyway to try and get some battery charge through the DC to DC. I'm struggling with this overcast conditions to get enough solar back into the batteries, but right now we're at 75%. But I also want to have a pretty chilled night watching TV, probably a couple of hours, just full on relaxing because I am crazy tired. Early morning, get up and explore the national parks. We're going to get up tomorrow morning around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Head in, I think it is 25 Ks, 30 Ks into the national park. Probably spend the next 4 or 5 days in the national park. Now it is 26 bucks a night, so 125, 130 bucks for the next sort of 5 nights, which is a lot for me. I'll be honest with you, it's a lot for me to comprehend and spend, but I need to spend the money to create these epic videos. And this is what you can expect of the next couple of videos from the national park. Yeah, you're right, pretty epic content to come. So make sure to drop below and subscribe because these Will Peter Pound videos are going to be epic. But my motto of creating content to inspire people to get outdoors for this video has already been partially completed. That guy will be up on the Great Wall of China right now, frothing at those views. But not for you guys. So make sure to get out there and do whatever it is that makes you happy with it. It's bloody putting something in the garden and planting it, taking the dog to the beach and going for a bit of a longer walk, watching the sunset. I don't care. Just get outside, be in nature and do what you love and do what makes you happy ultimately. Because it's worked for me so far and I won't stop until I travel and achieve the greatness of happiness, whatever that may be for me in the future. But guys, make sure to drop below and subscribe because these Will Peter Pound videos are going to be pretty good. Not gonna lie. I'll see you then. Ciao.